From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Bullets found in the bathroom of a Hazleton area school forced a lockdown and an in-depth search. Now state police are trying to find out who brought that ammunition, but say no weapons are involved. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, the entire Hazleton area high school campus put on lockdown and restrictive movement Wednesday morning after bullets were found inside one of the 3 buildings on campus. News 13 stopping by this afternoon where we learned a cleaning lady found the .22 caliber ammunition in a bathroom inside the 9th grade center after students were dismissed from school Tuesday. State police were immediately called and conducted what was called a routine drill during school hours Wednesday. The buildings were all searched. News 13 talked with Superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Francis Antonelli.
Correct, and this is something we do on a regular basis. We have a rather intricate emergency and crisis management plan in place, and we do drill our procedures on a regular basis so that everyone is fully aware of what to do and when to do it. Again, we put the measures in place for today with metal detectors, and all students and parents need to know this, the community needs to know, all students and staff were safe and secure throughout the course of this day at all times. As I said before, Jasmine, schools are merely a reflection of the communities that they serve. And the Hazleton Area School District is no different. It is a challenge, but again, we have a tremendous staff here, an administrative staff, teaching staff, and a security staff that again ensures that all our students and staff are safe each and every day in all our buildings.
Antonelli said no weapons were found and that students had already been dismissed when the bullets were found Tuesday. State police will continue to investigate the incident here at the Hazleton Area 9th grade center and try to determine who brought that ammunition to school. Investigators say she shook her 5-month-old baby so hard, causing severe head trauma. The infant also had many broken bones. 22-year-old Andrea Vargas remains locked up facing serious charges of child abuse. She was in county court today where some were expecting a possible guilty plea. Instead, Vargas asked the judge for a new attorney, claiming the public defender assigned to her was not doing his job. She sent a letter to the judge before today's hearing asking for the change in counsel. Vargas appeared before Judge Dave Lupus this afternoon, where she was granted some time to get a new lawyer. She said in court today that, quote, "It was an accident what happened to her baby." Vargas is set to be back in court on April 27th. It was just about over a year ago when police were called to Vargas's apartment in West Hazleton, where they found 5-month-old Nezaeh unresponsive. The child was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, where doctors said they found the baby's brain was bleeding and his skull, ribs, arms, and legs were fractured. Vargas at first made excuses for the child's injuries, but after a while she did admit to shaking Nezaeh on more than one occasion because he would not stop crying. Today we learned that the baby remains in a pediatric nursing home and his condition has not changed or improved. A man was taken to the hospital Tuesday evening after being hit by a minivan while riding his ATV on a city street. News 13 there at the corner of 2nd and Alter Streets in the city of Hazleton around 7, just minutes after a white minivan collided with at least one of 2 ATVs riding in that area. The minivan's side window was smashed and the side door dented. After the crash happened, a witness tells News 13 the van pulled over and then everyone inside took off on foot.
I was in my kitchen window right up there and I heard a bang, and then when I looked out the window I saw his helmet bounce by, so I assumed there was an accident, ran outside and saw him laying in the middle of the road. The other car instantly pulled over, and then as it pulled over it started to move up again, so I ran after it to get its plate and it parked right up there and then they ran.
All right, just a quick correction. This was 2nd and Arthur Streets in the city of Hazleton, not Alter. We apologize for that. We are still awaiting more information from police, but we do know there are still on the hunt for the people who fled from that van. If you have any information, call police right away. No word on the condition of the man from the ATV. Well, it's the end of the road for Hazleton's New Year's Eve celebration. Welcoming in 2012 was the last night for first night. For 11 years, families have filled the streets of downtown Hazleton on New Year's Eve to celebrate with live entertainment, ice sculptures, horse and carriage rides, and fireworks. A lot of the work that went into planning the family-friendly, alcohol-free celebration was done by the City of Hazleton's Economic Development Officer, Lena Katansky. But her position has been cut. Federal funding cuts have forced Katansky's departure, also bringing her job of securing city loans to an end. Today was her last day on the job. We spoke with her Tuesday night during a private meeting of the now former First Night Hazleton Planning Committee. She's very sad to see the event come to an end.
I have very mixed emotions. It's been a huge part of my life for the past 11 years. My son grew up through the whole first night process, and it's a hard thing to see. It's a hard thing to see end. So, I would like to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors and all of the people who have volunteered for us in any way throughout the years.
For now, Katansky says she doesn't know of any other events being planned to take the place of First Night Hazleton. According to today's edition of the Hazleton Standard Speaker, Hazleton Mayor Joe Yannuzzi said the First Night program has either broke even or lost money on every occasion except for last year's event, and he blamed much of the failure on weather conditions. The mayor said the city can't afford to do it anymore. Many city workers, such as police officers, firefighters, and those from the Public Works Department, were used for the event but were paid for by the city, not First Night funds. Coming up on News 13, Freddie B's in with some news from the sports world. He'll fill you in on how the Cougars did last night when they hit the track in Berwick. But first, fudge bars, Nutty Buddies, orange creamsicles, whatever your sweet tooth is craving, you can find it in the ice cream truck. We'll catch up with some kiddos who are filling up their bellies with the sweet treats next. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I don't know about you, but when I hear that ice cream truck coming, the sound of the music playing, I get really hungry for a vanilla ice cream cone, and we caught up with some youngsters who were doing just that on Tuesday night in the city, filling their bellies with the cool, refreshing treat.
Tell me how you feel when the ice cream truck comes.
Happy,
Why?
because I can get ice cream.
And so, what did you get today? Show me your ice cream. What did you get?
A chocolate ice cream cone.
What do you think of when you hear the ice cream truck?
I need a fudge bar.
You need a fudge bar. How does it make you feel?
Good.
Is it fun when the ice cream man comes?
Yeah.
Well, we sure hope those kiddos enjoyed the ice cream. And ice cream truck man, if you're watching, how about stopping at News 13 one of these days to feed some sweet tooth news reporters? Sounds good to me. Well, I bet the ice cream truck will be making some rounds tonight as the weather was pretty perfect with blue skies and the sun shining. This creative condition from James Wright and Miss Walker's class of the Hazleton Elementary Middle School sure depicts the day. Sun, birds in the air, flowers, and people enjoying the weather. Thanks to James for sharing his artwork with us. You can pick up your movie pass for Regal Cinemas here at News 13. But as the sun fades for the night, a freeze warning is in effect. Throughout your night into Thursday morning, we'll see partly cloudy skies. We're going to dip down to 34 degrees. Wind's going to pick up some speed. We'll see some sunny skies for your Thursday. 45 will be our high on Thursday, so another cool day, but the sun returns. Forecast tonight live at 5 brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. Make sure you visit them online at justwindowsandmore.com. Remember, better windows plus better installation equals Just Windows. 636-1133. Also, check out Fegleys.com or call 1-800-572-4925 if you're looking for an oil company. How about Fegleys? Give them a call and see what they can do for you. And while the weather is quite nice for all of us, the dry conditions mean a red flag warning is in effect through tonight for all of eastern Pennsylvania, including Luzerne, Schuylkill, and Carbon counties. Current conditions bring a potential threat of rapidly spreading forest fires. The National Weather Service issued the warning based on the lack of rain, warmer air, and high winds. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires, so make sure you play it safe with no open burning. Taking a break right now, but first we'll check out your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number 806, Big 4 8201, Quinto 86480, and Treasure Hunt 1 12 16 17 29.
Good evening, everyone. Here's tonight's social news. First, a very happy 69th anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Kadalek. This wish comes from your family, your friends, and all of us here at News 13. And a happy birthday to Janelle Neekum. This wish comes from your Aunt Joanne Doherty. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Hazleton Rotary Club's Night at the Races. This will be held Saturday, April 14th at 6 p.m. at the J.J. Ferrara Center. The tickets are $5 in advance and $7 at the door. There's a limited number of horses available for $10 each, and winners get $50. You can call 454-5000 for more information. And the Hazleton High School Class of 72 40th Anniversary Reunion. This will be held August 11th at Genetti's. You can look for HHS Class of 72 Reunion on Facebook. You can email Zach_Kate@yahoo.com, or you can call 570-708-1015 for more information. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. James Joseph Groman, formerly of Freeland. Memorial services will be announced at a later date. And Robert D. Rhymesa of Williamsport. The Krause Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu for 2012. Remember, there's plenty of free gated parking in the Markle Building parking lot. Find us on the web at miasrestaurant.com or follow us on Facebook.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're going to flash back a little bit to the days of the warm-up. I'm sure many of you watching at home remember the warm-up. I know lots of good times were held there. And Mary Beth and Gino join us now to talk about something that's happening this weekend at the Hazleton Elks Lodge. And it's going to be a flashback to the warm-up, and all the proceeds are going to benefit a really great place, and that's the Helping Hands Society of Hazleton. Mary Beth is the executive director there, and Gino joins us as part of the planning of this event, and also from the Elks, and also of one of the good old boys from the warm-up. So thanks so much for joining us. Where should I start? How about Gino? Tell me a little bit about, for those that are watching at home that don't know what the warm-up is, what is the warm-up? What was the warm-up?
The warm-up was the best dance club in northeastern Pennsylvania at one time. Mm-hmm. I mean, we used to get people christened from Wilkes-Barre, Allentown, before, clubs really hit their scene. Right. But the warm-up in Hazleton was the place to go. Mm-hmm. I mean, every weekend the place was jammed.
Right. And this place was run by Nicky Pantages.
Nick Pantages started it all. Yes,
right,
he did.
And, he has since passed on, so Nicky's watching down on us, probably smiling bright, knowing that this is happening this weekend, and his son Louis is helping with this. Mary Beth, tell me a little bit about the concept of Flashback to the Warm-Up.
Well, Barbara Calabrese, a dear, dear friend of mine and the organization Helping Hands, had wanted to do something for us, a fundraiser, and she's always been so supportive of Helping Hands, and she said, this was maybe 6 months ago, she said, how about we do a flashback to the warm-up? And I said, oh my gosh, that sounds great.
Right.
So it just took off. It took off, and she worked so hard on this. Like, I cannot thank her. I'm so proud and privileged to call her a friend to me and to the organization.
Right.
She has done so much. And then I got in touch with, through a friend, Louis Pantages, who was more than gracious and has been so helpful. And I know Louis when he was young, and I know his father very well, and he is giving us items to auction off. He is doing anything and everything to help this event. And the support from the area, people donating food for the evening, I mean, has just been astounding.
Awesome, and there's going to be a lot of kind of flashbacks to the warm-up. Items are going to be there that are actually going to be raffled off. Original items from the warm-up and the original DJ, original bartenders, right, Gino?
Yes, they are. It's there's at least 90% of the bartenders that work for me at the warm-up. I was the manager of the warm-up,
right?
And at least 90%, and I'm still trying to get a hold of some of the other ones, you know, to show up that Saturday night.
Right. And it's $10 at the door at the Hazelton Elks Saturday night, and it's from 8 to 12, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. What's the wacky wheel? Because I see the wacky wheel is also going to be brought back.
Well, the wacky wheel was something that we used to do on Friday nights at the warm-up. You would spin it, and your drink would either cost a quarter for 15 minutes or it would cost 90 cents. I think $1 was the highest. I'm not really sure. It might have been 90 cents.
Okay.
But it was like a fun thing, you know, and everybody really enjoyed it.
Right. And Mary Beth, just quickly, this is going to benefit Helping Hands so very much, so very much.
And we have, we're going to have prizes related to the warm-up.
Right.
Memorabilia on the wacky wheel, so people will win them. We'll be selling chances for that. And then in addition, and I think you have some of the pictures of the items that we're going to be auctioning off. I mean, a cash register, a Tiffany lamp, nostalgic lamps, bar stools, tables, chairs. Right. I mean, it's just amazing what they're doing. So.
Right, very good. Okay, so it's 8 to 12, flashback to the warm-up at the Hazelton Elks. Hopefully we're able to show some of those pictures. Right now we're looking at one, and that is the...
That's one of the
That's one of the Tiffany lamps.
There's the cash register.
The cash register. We already have a big bid on that.
Okay.
That's one of our famous bar stools and a Tiffany lamp.
Tiffany lamp.
Very
it's
cool.
Working. I mean, rewired, everything. Louis has been fantastic. And a big thank you again to Barbara Calabrese.
Right.
I mean, what she has done and really, and put out financially and with her time, has been amazing. So Barbara, we love her very much. The children, the staff, and the board, big thank you to her.
Yeah, she's always been very good.
And Nikki, wherever he is.
Yeah, and Nikki, wherever he's
God
gonna
bless
be
Nikki.
He'll be watching on Saturday, don't worry. He'll be with everyone.
I think so. I think he will be.
Definitely. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hazelton Elks is the place to be Saturday night, 8 to 12, $10 at the door, and it all goes to a wonderful cause, and that's the Helping Hands Society, where there's such wonderful children being helped on a daily basis. So Gino, Mary Beth, thanks so much. Have a good time. Let us know how it goes.
Okay, thank you,
Kristen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, emergency workers were at a local school today, but there was no one hurt. Instead, it was a learning emergency. News 13 stopping by Emmanuel Christian School in Hazelton, where APTS ambulance workers were showing students the ropes on exactly what they do each and every day. Workers told students that if they have an interest in the job, to get involved in maybe a local volunteer and ambulance company in the area. Of course, every day, emergency personnel are needed. The rewarding job is something workers look forward to on a day-to-day basis. Their job is to help people and save lives. APTS workers are always on call. Ambulances, of course, are available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Children from the West Hazelton School are getting a lesson on what it means to give back and help those in our community who are in need. News 13 stopping by the school, where members of the Builders Club are calling out to their peers to help collect items from 2 wish lists that will help the Victims Resource Center and the Hazelton Animal Shelter. Builders Club members are made up of 5th and 6th grade students, but all kids from grades K through 6th are being asked to donate these much needed items from either list. And the club advisor tells us so far their response has been wonderful.
So far they're doing great. Clothes for the Victims Resource Center is a big item that a lot of the kids are donating, and I think that's so nice that they are understanding the capacity of the need for this and doing such. Well, that is the lesson, how wonderful it is to help people. Those in need aren't fortunate as always, like we all are here at the school, so it's nice to donate your time, volunteering, and helping out, and that's what our club is all about, the Builders Club Community Service.
Well, it makes me feel good because people like aren't as lucky as a lot of people, so it's nice to give people things like tissues and stuff like that.
Because bring hope to people who don't have things and animals that need items that they don't have.
The items collected will be delivered in 2 weeks, and from the looks of the two organizations, we'll be very happy with the donations from the kiddos. From everyone here at News 13, great job and keep up the good work. All right, your Live at 5:30 is on deck. Bullets found in one bathroom at the Hazleton Area High School campus have state police investigating the incident to find out where the ammunition came from. Plus, she shook her 5-month-old baby so hard, the infant will be recovering for the rest of his life. News 13 headed to Luzerne County Court as the mother of the baby headed in front of the judge. And later, it's the end of the road for one tradition here in the city of Hazleton. It's all coming up next. Stay with us.